Hello and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Thursday, the 21st of January 2021. In the US, it's the end of presidential swearing in day for Joe Biden, and he seems to have had a good day. He certainly made a nice speech, one that was calling for unity, and also he signed lots of executive um, orders to try to get things moving on the COVID pandemic and to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord, etc., agreement rather, etc., etc. Lots of things are being done to try to reverse the policies of the moronic president that they've had for the last 4 years. Meantime, we are going to play Sudoku, and today's level is given as hard, but I have a confession to make. I know that it's not hard, and the reason I know that is because I have completed it already, and I don't normally do that, but unfortunately my video system gave up on me in the middle and refused to work or record, and so I have to do it again. But I can tell you that it's really it's a puzzle that can be solved with not many candidates. We really don't need too many candidates today, and I solved it the first time in a quick amount of time, and I can see that it's going to be fairly quick again. But anyway, I'll just begin. So if it's a hard level puzzle as given as hard, then you would think that not many beginners are here, and so I'm probably not going to bother explaining the rules. I'm just going to jump in and attack it. And it was very easy to find numbers at the opening first time around, and so it should be hopefully just as easy the second time around, although I've left it a couple of hours to try to freshen my mind a bit. Okay, let's see. First up, I can see a 7 coming across this central row here, and a 7 in this right hand column, leaving only that location for 7. I assume you know the rules of Sudoku. You should be attending this higher level game, having practiced some easier puzzles first. Sometimes when I play a Sudoku twice, the second time is inexplicably harder than the first. Weirdly, maybe I'm just not quite as fresh. Anyway, I can see 2's across here, this central row, 2's down this column and 2's down this column, so this is the only possible location for 2 now. I can see a 3 up in this column and a 3 up in this column and a 3 blocking here, so in this segment a 3 has to go here. Remember, I'm jumping around for a good reason. We should jump around with our eyes. Keep your legs still while playing Sudoku, but move your eyes around the grid. Constantly be looking around. Don't get stuck in one area. I think that will slow you down substantially. 6's are across this row here, 6 across here, leaving only that square available as a 6. 6, if I remember quickly, can be done quite quickly. 6's come down this column, 6 is up this column, 6 across this row here, so blocked, blocked, and blocked. So 6 has to appear here. If we extend this 6 across this row and this 6 across this row, we see only one possible location for 6 there. And if we go up, I'm doing it fast, but I was doing it fast the first time, so I assume it's easy to see. 6 up this column, 6 up this column, and we can see 6 is blocking this row and this row. 6 has to go here, and is that the last one? Yeah, I think the 6's are out of the way now. This 3 can come down this column here, this 3 down this column here, 3 across this row, so 3 is going to appear here. Nines, there is a 9 in this row here, and there's a 9 in this column here, meaning that that's the only possible location for 9. Okay. Okay, now this is something I looked at earlier on, and I've noticed it again, I've spotted it again. Okay, we have an 8 in this column here, so we know that 8 is going to be in this central row here, right? So blocking along here. We also have an 8 coming down here in this column here, so this is blocked and these two are blocked. So we know that 8 has to appear either here or here. Now if we extend that column up and this column up, so I'm not actually writing in the pairs, I didn't write them in the first time, I'm not writing them in this time. Let's extend the column up here and this column up here, and we have one blocking 8, so we can see that 8 appears here. Now this is something you get to do. What I really want to do is fill in as few candidates as possible. I don't want to start by writing in as many, candidates, even if they are pairs. If I don't need to, if I can clearly see where a number goes, I'm just going to fill that number in first, and we're going to wait to fill in any candidates until the last possible moment. I can see an 8 across this column, row there, this 8 across this row, 8 across this row, and 8 across this column, leaving only that possible square for an 8. Okay, what else? Okay, there's a 5 across here and 5 across here, meaning missing 5 is here. And this is the first time I did this puzzle, it meant lots of looking around, and suddenly spotting things. And this is going to be the same. I'm not, I noticed that the numbers that I'm filling in now are not the same way that I did it the first time, but it doesn't matter. I can see a 7 in this row here. Just notice that this segment doesn't have a 7. There's a 7 across this row, meaning that we have to fill in here with a 7. And if we extend this 7 across, and this 7 from this column here, so blocked and blocked, that has to be a 7 there. Okay. You would think I would have more to talk about this time, but not really. The excitement is slightly less, of course, when you know that you're going to be able to complete the puzzle. There's less excitement involved in Sudoku, and you might be thinking, is it an exciting game? And I think, yeah, it is. I do think it's exciting. It's maybe a nerdish type of thing to admit to, but I don't care. Okay, I can see that this segment is lacking 3, 9, and 5, right? We have 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. So we don't have 3, 5, or 9, but I noticed that 5 and 9 are in this same column here, which intersects with this central square. So since we have 5 and 9 in this column already, in this blocking this square, and we need a 5, 9 and a 3, that will have to be 3. Now that we can see that 3 runs across this top row, 3 across the middle row, and 3 that we just filled in this column, leaves only that location for 3. And if we bring the 3's down again all around the grid, we'll see 3's are blocked, blocked and blocked. That's the only position for 3. Is that the final 3? Yes, it is. Okay, so we are done with 3's. Okay, so we don't have a 7 here. This column is lacking a 7. We have 7 already blocking this square here, so that must be 7. What's the other missing number in this column? It's a 2, so we'll fill in the 2 here now. Here, okay, a 2 is now blocking this column here, and there's a 2 in this row, meaning that's the only possible place where a 2 can go. I have a feeling I did more than this the first time around. Before I started filling in any candidates, so I'm going to keep looking because I think there were more. Well, strangely, I seem to be playing not quite as quickly this time around as I was the first time around. I found more previously, but so if I can't find any more, I'm going to have to start filling in candidates. Okay, all right, well, I'm going to have to start filling in candidates because I'm not doing quite so well here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 and 9 are missing from this segment here, so I'll write in these candidates 5 and 9. 8 is blocking down here, and so 8 is going to be here or here. Um, 4 is running along this row here, and so 4 has to appear here or here. And one, oh, I get it. Okay, 1 is down here, and so that's actually 8 or a 1. That can't be a 4 now. It's either an 8 or a 1, so 4 comes in here, like so. Okay. What's missing here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is now blocked from here. 4 is going to be a pair here and here. 5, we can't tell about 5s, and the other number is 9. Don't know about 9s. Now there are 3 possible locations for 5 and 9, so I'm going to put them in the bottom right hand of the square. to indicate to me that it's not an exclusive pair. Of course, this is now a pair here and here, but anyway, we'll come to that later. Down here we have, let's see, let's get these three here. So the missing numbers from here are 1, 8 and 4. 8 is blocked here, so we have a pair of 8s like so. 4 is blocking this way, so we have 4 and 4, and 1 at this stage can go anywhere, so we'll fill that in like so. 1 is anywhere across these three at the top as well, I noticed. Okay, what else? Down here, 8s are blocked here, so this is a pair of 8s, 8 and 8. The other missing numbers are 1 and 2. 2 can't come across here, so 2 is a pair down here or here. In fact, 2 is also a pair here or here, I notice. 2s and 2s have to go either here or here. Okay, that's nice. So I just noticed that I didn't do this way the other time around, but I've got it now. So 2 and 2 here, 2 and 2 here, so that means no 2's in the central column. This can't be a 2, this 2 is blocked. 2 is blocking here, 2 is blocking here, that has to be a 2 there. I did it slightly differently the first time around. The other missing number here is 1. We'll fill that in the bottom right of the cell. Okay. This 1 here blocks any of these three from being, in fact, here. So 1 is actually a pair. I didn't do this previously, but I'm going to promote 1 now to being in the top left, to denote that it's a pair, one of a pair. Where were we? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm missing is 5 and 9. Okay, 9s are a pair. If I can extend these 9s up, this column and this column here, we have a pair of 9s here and here, like so. 9s here, okay, and 9s here. So this is one I looked at first time around. 9 blocks this column here, 9 blocks this row here. So we know that 9 is going to appear either here or here. I am filling in candidates, so I might as well do it now. First time around I just did this without filling in the candidates, but we'll see that 9 is now excluded because we have a pair of 9s here. So that's going to be a 5. And the 9 is going to be here. When we had load this up, we had before we had 5 or a 9 here. That's a 5 now. We must remember, of course, to remove our candidate 5 from these two squares. Okay. And now that we've done that, this 5 extends across. There's a 5 up this column, so we are blocked from here. We are blocked from here. That has to be 5. And there's only one number missing from this row, and that's 9, so we can fill that in now. Get rid of our candidate 9 up here. What are the missing numbers here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a pair here and here. 7 is a pair here or here. Okay, now we know 7 runs across here, blocking this, and 7 is in this column, and 7 is in this column, so our 7 has to appear here. If we know that 1, 5 and 7 belong here, 1, 5 and 7 belong here, and we have two other squares, and we've already filled in a pair, it's 4 and 9, exclusive pair, 4s or 9s, right? 4 and 9, this is, actually I'm going to promote that now to 4 and 9, 4 and 9, like so. We know that has to be 4 or 9 either, but we'll see that there's already a 4 in this column, so it means that the 4 has to be here, the 9 has to be here, and we know that the 9 will have to be there, like so, because that's the only other number. The two missing numbers here are 1 and 4, I believe, 1 and 4, so nothing telling us which is which, so we'll just fill in a pair of candidates there. Okay, where to go next? Just along. Okay, 1, 4, 1, 4. Okay, let's try here, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4s. 4 is a pair. If we consider there's a 4 in this row here, and there's a 4 blocking here, we do have a pair of 4s, 1 and there, 1 there, 1 there. 5s. 5s are down here blocking this, and 5s are in this column blocking here, so 5 is a pair here and here. Ones can go in various locations. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hang on, I'm just going to hang on before I put in the ones here. Let's see what's happening over here. In this row here, I can see 7s crossing here, 7s here, and 7s here, so that's a pair of 7s up here. And I can see 8s in this row, 8s in this row, and 8 in this column, so also putting 8 here or here, so that's fine because that has to be 7 or 8, can't be anything else. So now when we consider our other numbers, we only have 3 spaces to look at, so let's go through them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 can't come here because of this, so it is part of a pair, it's either here or here. I'm not sure why it was much easier the first time around. 5 can't come here, so it either comes here or here. 6, 7, 8, 9, done. Can't think why, but the first time around it was much easier. Okay, over here 1s are extending across here, so that's a 1, 1, 1, 1. So I need to double check that I've got all of the numbers that I need now. 1, 7, 1, 5, 7, 1, 1, 5. 1s are blocking down here. 8s, 4. Okay, it's looking good. Ah, I knew there had to be something. This 9, which was part of a pair, there's only 1 square missing from this column, right? So that's a 1. since we've got a 9 already. So let's get rid of all of the 1s, candidate 1s, and that's going to virtually, I guess that's going to solve the puzzle for us now. We're left with a 2 here. There's no 2 here now. That's going to be 5. That's got to be a 1. That's got to be a 4. That's got to be a 5. That's got to be a 4. That's got to be a 1. That's got to be a 4. That's got to be a 9. I'm doing this extremely quickly. I hope you can see it. 1s are here. 8s. Just eliminating these final squares. I'm going quickly because it should be obvious to you. Okay, 1 here is eliminated. So that's the 8. That's the 1. There's nothing remotely difficult at this stage. Okay. Where are we? 7, 8. Okay. 5 now. Okay. 5 stops this 5 from being here. That's got to be a 1. The 5 is going to be there. The 7 is here. Bring that 7 down. We had a pair of 7 or 8s. 7 is there. The 8 is there. That 8 comes down. 8 goes here. That now is a 1. That's a 4. And that's our supposedly hard level Sudoku solved. But the first time around it seemed to be even easier than that. But there we are. It's done anyway. And time for healing in America, and hopefully a bit more of a concerted effort on global warming and the global COVID-19 pandemic, now that we have some slightly more rational leadership in the USA. Hopefully other countries will be more inspired to continue their fight against the climate change and the hideous disease. That's it for Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, final day of the week, if that week is a working week for you, a Monday to Friday week, or if it's just another day of unemployment, well, it's just another day. Thanks very much. See you tomorrow.